Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss the other trigonometric identities. By the end of this topic, you should be able to verify other trigonometric identities, particularly the following: sum and difference, double and half angle identities. Before we proceed to our main topic, let's recall the 8 fundamental identities. Before engaging in this lesson, you should be able to master already these 8 identities. Let's try this. Reciprocal identities. Cosecant theta is equal to 1 over sine theta. Secant theta is 1 over cosine theta. Cotangent theta is the reciprocal of tangent theta. For the ratio identities, tangent theta is equal to sine over cosine, and cotangent is cosine over sine. And for the last set, Pythagorean identities, 1 is just equal to sine squared plus cosine squared. And if you divide the first equation by cosine squared theta, you get the second identity, which is tangent squared theta plus 1 is equal to secant squared theta. And last identity for this set, 1 plus cotangent squared theta is equal to cosecant squared theta. Let's also recall the left hand trick, wherein using your left hand, you can quickly recall the sine, cosine, and tangent of these special angles. So you have here the 0 degree, 30 degrees, 45, 60, and 90 degrees. But what if you need to find the value of sine 75 degrees? Or even cosine 15, or tangent 105. Take note that these angle values are not on your fingers. So what we are going to do? Let's unlock new identities that will help us go beyond our fingers. So here are the other trigonometric identities that we need to know in order for us to solve such problems. Let's start with the sum and difference identities. For this set, we have 6 listed as follows. Tip: don't be overwhelmed. I know that's a lot of sine, cosine, and tangent. It might look intimidating at first because of the so many variables or expressions, but don't worry. When we break them down and use them, you will see that they're just logical extensions of what you already know. So let's try some of these identities by looking at example number 1. Find the value of sine 75 degrees. We know that 75 degrees cannot be located on our left hand, therefore we cannot use our left hand trick. What we know is that 75 degrees is the sum of 45 and 30. 45 degrees and 30 degrees can be located in our left hand. Okay, so therefore we can say that sine of 75 degrees is just equal to the sine of 45 degrees plus 30 degrees. So we are going to use the sum and difference identity given sine of u plus v is equal to sine u times cosine v plus cosine u times sine v. Okay, so therefore we have sine 45 times cosine 30 plus cosine 45 times sine 30. And all of this can be solve using your left hand trick. So sine 45 is square root of 2 over 2. Cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2. Cosine 45 is also square root of 2 over 2. And sine 30 is 1/2. So for the first term, we need to multiply these two. Square root of 2 over 2 times square root of 3 over 2. Multiply the numerator, square root of 2 times square root of 3. That gives you square root of 6. And then for the denominators, 2 times 2 is 4. And for the second term, you need to multiply these two terms together. So that is square root of 2 all over 2 times 2, which is 4. Fraction plus fraction, we can combine them. Common denominator is 4. And for the numerator, that is square root of 2 or square root of 6 plus square root of 2. So this is our final answer. Again, we are not going to use our calculator, so please master the left hand trick. Second example, this time we need to solve cosine 15. Again, 15 is not on our left hand, therefore we cannot use the left hand trick. But what we know is that 15 is the difference between 45 and 30. 45 and 30 are both solved using your left hand. So therefore, we can use the sum and difference identity. So this time for cosine u minus v, that is equal to cosine u times cosine v plus sine u times sine v. Okay, so substituting cosine u being 45 degrees and v being 30 degrees. So this is your cosine u, cosine v plus sine u, sine v. Again, we know everything using your left hand. Cosine 45 is square root of 2 over 2. Cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2. Sine 45, square root of 2 over 2. And sine 30 is 1/2. For the first term, this is square root of 6 over 4. Multiplication of fractions. And then for the second term, that is square root of 2 over 4. So fraction plus fraction, we combine them, giving us square root of 6 plus square root of 2 for the numerator. And for the denominator, that is over 4. Final answer. And last one, to illustrate the tangent sum and difference identity, we have here tangent of 105 degrees. Again, 105 cannot be found using our left hand trick, but we know that 105 is the sum of 60 and 45. So this is just equal to tangent of 60 plus 45. Using this identity, we can express our tangent 105 as a sum of two trigonometric expressions. Okay? So tangent 60 plus 45 is equal to tangent of 60 plus tangent of 45 divided by 1 minus tangent 60 times tangent 45. Again, we know everything here. Tangent 60, tangent 45. This can be found using your left hand trick. So our final answer is negative 2 minus square root of 3. Of course, to get here, we need to rationalize this term. So please review your rationalization. By now, you should have mastered this concept from your Math 2 class. So let's answer the even item here, number 2. So number 2 states that we need to find the exact value of cosine 165 without using our calculators. So we have here a tip. Express the given angle as a sum or difference of special angles. So what are, again, these special angles? You have your 0, 30, 45, 60, or 90. Okay? So 165. We can express 165 as the sum of 135 degrees plus 30 degrees. 30 degrees can be easily calculated using our left hand. And then this 135, although wala siya sa left hand natin, again, 135 degrees, this is located, the terminal side is located in the second quadrant, and therefore the reference angle is 45 degrees. Okay, so medyo madali lang din yan kunin. Okay, sige. So cosine 165, we can express it as cosine 135 degrees plus 30 degrees. So this is in the form cosine u plus v. Okay? So for cosine u plus v, this is cosine u times cosine v. Then if plus ito, magiging minus. So sine of u times sine of v. Okay? So this is u. Yan. So this is your sum and difference identity for cosine u plus v. So again, we need to substitute. U is equal to 135 and v is equal to 30. Okay, so cosine 135 plus 30 is equal to cosine 135 times cosine 30 minus sine 135 times sine of 30. Okay, so let's start. Cosine 135, this is negative because the terminal side lies in the second quadrant. So cosine 135, that is just cosine 45, but again negative. So that is negative square root of 2 over 2. Cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2 minus sine 135. Sine 135, terminal side is second quadrant, but it is sine, therefore still positive. So this is positive square root of 2 over 2. And then for sine 30, that is 1/2 positive. Okay? So again, we combine the terms here by multiplying fractions. Negative square root of 2 times square root of 3, that is negative square root of 6 all over 4. Then this is minus square root of 2 all over 4. Fraction minus fraction, we combine the two. Denominator is 4. Numerator, that is negative square root of 6 minus square root of 2. And this is our final answer. Okay, so what we are going to do here is to use these 6 identities. Okay, so it's up to you whether you use u plus v or u minus v. This is applicable for sine, cosine, and tangent. What if the given problem is secant of u plus v? So again, we can use the reciprocal identity because we know that secant is just the reciprocal of cosine. So this is 1 over cosine u plus v. And then we can express cosine as this one. So this is 1 over cosine u cosine v minus sine u sine v. Okay, so this is for secant u plus v. Next, we have your co-function identities. So we have here cosine of the quantity pi over 2 minus x that is just the same as sine of x. Sine pi over 2 minus x is just the same as cosine x. The same can be said for tangent and secant. Okay? So ibig sabihin cosine and sine, tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant are co-functions. Equivalently, we can say that cosine of 90 minus x is equal to sine x. Okay, again, if we want to convert pi over 2 radians in terms of degrees, so this is sine 90 degrees minus x is equal to cosine x, and so on. Okay, so again, let's show that the second one, sine 90 minus theta, is equal to cosine theta. So how can we prove that this identity is indeed correct? So let's say our theta is 30 degrees. So for our left side of our equation, that becomes sine of 90 minus 30, which is sine of 60. Using your left hand, this is equal to square root of 3 over 2. And then for the right side, cosine of 30 degrees. Again, using your left hand, this is also square root of 3 over 2. Left side is equal to right side. Therefore, we have here an identity. Hence, we can say that sine 90 minus theta is equal to cosine theta. Next, let's proceed with the double angle identities. So this is just an extension of the first set of identities, which are your sum and difference identities. Again, using your sum and difference identities, pwede nating ma-derive itong tatlong ito. Ano ba yung sinasabi dito sa double angle identities? So, sine 2u is equal to 2 sine u times cosine u. So, I think we need to show here the derivation. Paano nangyari ito? Okay? So, sine 2u, I can rewrite it as sine of u plus u. Okay? So, this is a sum and difference identity. I can write this as sine u cosine u plus cosine u sine u. Again, this is from our previous set of identities. And if you notice, sine u cos u is also just the same as cos u sine u. Therefore, this is 2 times sine u cos u. Okay, so again, same yung result dito. Okay, so you can also do that for cos 2u. Okay, so cos 2u is just cosine u plus u. And since cosine u plus u is cos u minus sine u sine u. So that is cosine squared u minus sine squared u. Ayan. So nakuha natin itong first na equation dito. Okay, so for cosine 2u, meron ka pagpipili ang tatlong equations. So again, okay yung gamitin either of the three. Okay? And for tangent 2u, this is our formula. Okay, so again, let's illustrate this using an example. So given sine t is equal to 4/5 and your angle T is in the first quadrant. Why? Because this is our range. So from 0 to pi over 2, so that is in the first quadrant. Okay? But what we are looking for in this example is the value of sine t, cosine t, and tangent to t. Okay, so again, let's go back here. If t is in the first quadrant, then where is 2t? Okay, so obviously, kung yung t mo ay nasa first quadrant, yung 2t ay nasa second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, you expect that sine 2t is positive, cosine 2t is negative, and of course tangent, that is positive divided by negative, so negative din si tangent. Okay, so here are our expected answers. Positive si sine, negative si cosine, and negative si tangent. So determine natin yung values. Okay? Yan. So doon muna tayo sa sine t. Okay, if sine t is 4/5, then sine is so that is opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is 4, hypotenuse is 5. So to get the adjacent, use the Pythagorean theorem. So adjacent is equal to 3. Okay, so if you want to solve for cosine, cosine is ka, adjacent over hypotenuse, that is 3/5. And tangent is TOA, opposite over adjacent, so that is 4/3. Since your t is again in first quadrant, positive lahat si sine, cosine, and tangent. But again, ang gusto nating isolve ay sine 2t, cosine 2t, and tangent 2t. What we have solved here ay sine t, cosine t, and tangent t. Okay, so to find sine t, we use the double angle identity. So this is the double angle identity. Sine 2t is equal to 2 sine t times cosine t. So we already solved sine t, that is 4/5. Cosine t is 3/5. So we just need to multiply these three terms. 2 times 4/5 times 3/5, that is equal to 24/25. What is the sign? Again, this is positive dahil nasa quadrant 2, C to T. Okay? So, sign is positive in quadrant 2. Next, cosine 2t. By applying the double angle identity, that is cosine squared t minus sine squared t. Cosine t is 3/5. So you need to square 3/5 minus the square of 4/5. So that is the square of your sine. 3/5 squared is 9/25. 4/5 squared is 16/25. Subtract the 2, you get negative 7/25. So again, this verifies our previous intuition that in the second quadrant, dapat negative yung sagot natin sa cosine. Okay, so tama. And then, if you want to solve tangent, so okay na tong dalawa because tangent 2t, pwede nating sabihin that that is the ratio between sine 2t over cosine 2t. So that is 24/25 divided by negative 7/25. So this gives us what? Negative 24/7. So negative din si tangent. Okay, but if you want to use the double angle identity for tan 2t, so ito yon. So same pa rin naman yung results na makukuha mo. Okay? So you can either use the two. So last part is all about half angle identities. So yung double angle identities kanina, so may 2u. Okay? So this time, kakalahatiin natin yung angle. So cosine of 1/2 u. So that is equal to plus minus the square root of 1 plus cosine u all over 2. Then for sine of 1/2 u, that is equal to the square root of 1 minus cos u over 2. And then tangent, so divide mo lang yung sine over cosine to get this one. Okay? So again, for starters like you, most probably, ibibigay yung ating identity cheat sheet. Okay? Para meron kayong idea on how to expand or how to express the given identities. So for example, we have here number 1, compute sine of 22.5 and number 2, tangent of pi over 8. So itong 22.5 na ito, hindi mo yan makukuha using your left hand trick. Why? Because hindi siya special angle. But if you look closely, 22.5 is actually 1/2 of a special angle, which is your 45-degree angle. Okay? So, tignan natin. So, sine 22.5 is just equal to sine of 45 divided by 2. And since that is a half angle, we can use this identity. Okay? So that is 1 minus cosine u all over 2. So we know everything here. Cosine 45, pwede mo yang i-simplify using your left hand. So we have here the square root of 1 minus square root of 2 over 2 divided by 2. So we just need to simplify this using our concepts of fraction and radicals. Our final answer is this one. And then similarly, the second problem, tangent of pi over 8. So this time, radicals, radians naman. So in terms of radians, yung nasa left hand natin ay 0, pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, and pi over 2. Wala kang nakitang pi over 8. But again, pi over 8 is just the same as pi over 4 over 2. So we can use the half angle identity for tangent. So that is the square root of 1 minus cosine u all over 1 plus cosine u. U being pi over 4. Okay. So again, we can solve this using our left hand. Ito siya. Then we need to simplify it so that we can arrive at our final answer. Okay, so we have here our last example for this video lesson. Given the figure, find the following half angles. Sine theta over 2, cosine theta over 2, and tangent theta over 2. So here is a right angle. This is our theta. And this is 15 units. This is 8 units. Okay? So missing yung ating hypotenuse, but we can easily solve that using Pythagorean theorem. Yan. So, by Pythagorean theorem, the hypotenuse is 17. So, this is 17. Okay? Yan. So, if you want to solve cosine theta, cosine is ka, adjacent over hypotenuse. So, cosine is 15. This is the adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, which is 17. Okay? Bakit natin sinolve si cosine theta? At bakit hindi si sine or si tangent? Because this cosine theta, gagamitin natin siya for our half-angle identities. Okay? So, yung nasa loob ng root symbol ay cosine theta. Kaya tayo nag-solve ng cosine theta. Kailangan ba natin ng sine theta or tangent theta? Hindi na. Okay? Sige. So, for sine theta over 2, this is a half angle which is equal to square root of 1 minus cosine theta over 2. Alam na natin ito. This is 5 over 17. So, just substitute, then simplify. This is our final answer. So, similarly, ganun din sa cosine theta. This is the half angle identity. Cosine theta, alam na natin. Simplify. This is your final answer. Okay? So, in summary, here are your other trigonometric identities. Again, we have your sum and difference identities. You have your cofunction identities. You have your double angle identities. And lastly, the half angle identities. So, in our worksheet and in our FA, we will provide you with a list of these trigonometric identities. So, that's all for this video and see you next time.